In our last video, I was showing off the brand new BMC Bladeworks M42 Naga parang, limbing one of our poorly ash tree branches. Did a great job, but we did get a comment below the video. It went something along the lines of, why don't you just get a Billhook FFS? So what that commenter doesn't realize is I've actually already got a Billhook. It's this one right here. So what we're going to do today is we are going to compare this against the M42. Let's see how they perform. They're all about 100 to 150 years old. Sorry, joking again. But actually, seriously, you can't really buy any modern billhooks. It seems that the billhook crowd, big up to you guys out there. I know you are a committed bunch, but you know, you don't have many choices for modern blades. And I think the billhook fans like the old billhooks. I don't think there's enough users who appreciate high quality modern manufactured blades that would actually want to get a modern decent billhook. Now the one we're looking at, it was about £25 off of Amazon. This is a few years ago. You might not even think of this as a billhook because it is a modern creation. I think the design of it actually is just worse than any manufacturing issue with it. It's got a nice handle, simple plain wood. I mean, it's actually got a nice grain. Unlike Martindale, there's no splits or cracks in it yet, but I haven't actually used this for much. And the reason for that is it's so god-awfully heavy that I actually designed the Naga to be a compact, lightweight expedition blade that you can use for clearance. Obviously, with a blade like this, where it is light but still strong, and it's not actually overly thin at 3.5 millimeters thick. It's got a good steel, 14C28N, so fairly corrosion resistant, holds a good edge, easy to sharpen, very similar in properties to AEBL. So yeah, I mean, it's just a great all-round blade. The grind geometry, the saber grind, allows you to do things like feather sticking. You can use this like a smaller knife, very slicey. I wouldn't say you can chop very well firewood with this, but certainly kindling, like small logs, no problem. And as you can see from the limbing video, it's very lightweight, very easy to use, and with the upswept blade, it offers that nice slicing motion, which actually takes a lot of work out of a task such as limbing. Let's also mention it comes on a canted Kydex sheath with drain hole, with Velcro, and the actual production model comes with 2 poppers for extra security. Wide mouth for easy resheathing. We've got the strap here for extra retention, so once it's sheathed, it's not going anywhere, keeps it safe, keeps you safe. Whereas this brute doesn't come with a sheath. It came super blunt from Amazon. I think that's how they get around actually selling something like this. The finishing is just paint. The steel, they don't even tell you what the steel is. There's no markings on this. So I'm going to guess it's like a Martindale, where it's probably like a very simple carbon steel, 1050 maybe, but you can see it's rusted really badly, and this has been kept inside. So, but yeah, the negatives, way too forwards heavy, just generally way too heavy. I mean, and that's where the big problem comes in functionally, because I designed the blades of BMC Bladeworks to be functional, and you can't chop with this. You can chop like that. It doesn't feel very nice having sort of a big curved cutting edge on the spine as you're chopping, but yeah, I suppose that'll chop. Let's try that out in a minute. Okay, so how you hold it. So that's kind of like a finger guard. There's no chamfering or scalloping. It's literally just a rat tail that is all the way through the handle. Not sure how long lasting this washer and rivet will be if you'll use every day, but my wrist is aching just holding this up. It is super heavy. Horrible paint which comes off on the chopping block. Handle, sure, if you like wood, great, there's a cheap pine or whatever this is for you. The people out there suggesting I use a billhook. Let's see how the billhook performs for limbing this very unfortunate golden chain tree. Let's see what this can do. Okay, here's a wispy branch. It's just, it's so heavy. It takes such a swing to get the momentum going. The effect is probably similar to smacking this with a stick. It's horrible. Whereas that is actually really enjoyable because it's light, maneuverable, slicey. Yes, it's sharper, but it's also about half the thickness, which for when you're limbing is, I want it slicey. Big branch. Let's try it on a big branch. Let's do a big branch. So one of those hits got the, actually stabbed the branch. Okay, it's got some power. And we'll just compare that to the Naga. I mean, I well overhit that because I wanted it to go through in one, and it did, easy. And really light and maneuverable. Ka-cha. Can we do that with the Billhook? No, you can't do it with the Billhook. All right, I'm gonna do 3 honest chops with the Billhook and see how it does higher up, working my way down. I don't know what happened there. The Naga. These smaller, lighter blades are slicey and they're just a pleasure to use. I'm honestly trying to work out when I would ever choose a blade like this over a blade like that. Let's try finer tasks, but I know what the result's going to be. Let's try that. Okay, ash branch chopping. Oh, I'm just joking. Obviously you can't chop with the curved edge of the Billhook. I did actually sharpen it though, but it's so thick. It is so gosh darn thick, and the grind starts so close to the cutting edge. The BTE, the behind the edge thickness, is crazy thick. It's such an obtuse angle, this grind. It's worse than most axes and hatchets. So it's actually, rather than cutting, it's more smushing the branch. It's not cutting cleanly. Horrible. So sharpening a pencil. But yeah, you can see if you're more skilled than I am at bushcrafting, you know, you can get this going nicely. So very slicey, same piece of wood. Let's see how slicey this thing is. I can't even find the edge. It's so obtuse, you have to kind of angle it so steeply to get the cutting edge biting in. It's more of a scraper. It's good at scraping. Oh, there we go, we get a few curls. But honestly, my wrist, even though my elbow is resting on my knee, my wrist is already burning holding this. It is so forwards heavy. It's just overall weight is horrible. So yeah, not great. All right, let's try the other edge because this is 2-in-1, isn't it? Trying not to get the main cutting edge to bite my thumb. Oh, I need a rest. It's a really good forearm workout. Yeah, I mean, this is just horrible. I can't. It's too heavy. You can probably do it better like this. Let's try. Yeah, I mean, it's such an obtuse angle I'm coming in at. Rather than any sort of feather stick curl, we're getting more this sort of just bashed edge. So yeah, not great at that. So it doesn't cut, it just crushes the stick. Okay, but we can do draw cuts, right? So pull cuts. So the advantage of most parangs, machetes, bil'ooks is that you can actually have a bit of a tip on them, which is useful for making pull cuts like this. Now again, don't look at my technique, it's not great. I'm just showing you that you can stick the tip in, and there's a good way of doing the pencil, and you can use it any other task really. I mean, having a tip that will purchase the wood is useful. Okay, tip, useful, pull cuts, good. I mean, I guess what you could do is if you've got a cutting block like this, you can sort of dig that tip in. It's a bit more precarious, and then you can use this, but obviously if you don't have an edge to your block, you can't use the tip. Let's see, you could probably put it in like that, could you? All right, at a 45-degree angle, there we go. All right, not as usable. Probably quite good as a hammer though. Oh, the handle feels slightly loose then. Now, to be fair, I did say we'd try splitting. Let's try. Okay. bashed my watch bracelet open. Okay, what happened there? I mean, I did hit the cutting edge, but that felt like I hit the ricasso of an unsharpened ricasso. But I didn't expect that on this one. All right, let's do this. I'm not going to sit down. Let's try it without sitting down. Okay, it splits. I mean, it's heavy and it's got a grind like an axe. So now let's see if the Naga can split this as well. We used a bigger piece, to be fair. Yeah, we don't have as much weight, so as it comes through, you do need to use a bit more force. So let's try that this time. Yep, great, easy. And the thing is, what's nice about this blade is you're in control of the force and the power that you're using. So when you only want to do some light kindling taps, you can. With the Brutus, you have to go with the flow. You have to go with its weight, and if it wants to plummet quickly towards the center of the earth, it's going to take you with it. It's like an axe in that regard. It takes a lot of power to tame it and stop it, whereas this is just active and lively. So you get the control with a lighter, more maneuverable blade. Yeah, great. So we've done chopping, we've done feather stick style slicing tasks. We've done some light pruning. Obviously I prefer this one. I designed it. I know what it can do. I know what it's designed to do. This, right, well, you get bonus marks, I suppose, for having two edges, kind of like a double bit axe head. I would say this is very axe-like in its performance. Very forwards heavy. You know, unlike the balance on the Naga. I've never really used this one. I don't like it. I don't like the feel of it. I don't like the look of it. I don't like the grind. I don't like the finish. I don't like the handle. I don't like the handle material. I don't like the handle construction. I don't like using it. I can't think of any reason why I'd want to use this over a machete, parang, or bil'ook. And also one feature I've not mentioned so far is it's a bit of a bitch to sharpen. You have to sharpen around the edge. Now, yes, you can use files. I like to use a whetstone for sharpening, or a belt. I can't use a belt for this, and I can't use a whetstone, so you'd have to use maybe a ceramic butcher's rod. That's probably the best way of doing it, but it's going to be rough and ready. I don't need a hang hook. I don't like a curved front tip. I don't like anything about this billhook. If there are billhooks out there which are very different from this one, let me know in the comments. I would like to be surprised and have my mind changed on this. At the moment, this is £25. It's horrible to use. It doesn't do a good job, but it's cheap. If you don't mind about performance, then it's quite easy. And it's actually warped as well. It's markedly warped, so it's not going to be accurate. Is this one warped? No, pretty much perfectly straight. Bit of a pointless video, really. Pay a fair price for a really good tool that's going to last for multiple generations and be nice, feel good while you're using it. Just great performance, looks great, feels great, great materials, great finishing, chamfered edges, raw stonewash finish, comes with a Kydex sheath, keeps you safe, keeps the blade safe. Or you can spend 25 quid and you can get this.